Welcome to DIYEasyCrafts.com, how to install bifold or even trifold doors. Now, bifold doors and trifold doors are available at Home Depot and a variety of stores. They're available in a variety of different designs. You can get them with glass, with louvers, you can get them solid wood, or in plastic. And there are a lot of different reasons to use them. We're going to install a bifold door in a rental apartment because regular doors swing out, and in this particular room that door was going to interfere with a bed, so we decided to install a bifold, which the door kind of tracks and doesn't swing out. We got a gel Wen door. That was the manufacturer. Got it from Home Depot, and basically just measured the inside of the existing door frame and then bought a bifold door that was going to fit into that. These doors come with instructions and hardware. Looks a lot more difficult than it really is to install. It's actually a very simple installation. Almost anybody can do it. This is how the original door is swinging out, and that's what we want to avoid. This is the new door. We got the plastic one, lightweight plastic. It comes primed and ready for painting. Anyway, the first step is just going to be to remove the existing door. I left all of the molding on the door frame. I eventually had to take off the one molding on the hinge side, but the rest I left in place. To install these bifold doors, you just have to install a little bit of hardware on the top of the door and bottom of the door, and then also a track on the door frame. This is the hinge pin or pivot pin. That gets installed on the top of the door, on the side of the door that where your hinges were. It just gets hammered in place. This is the roller that's going to slide in that rack on the top of the door frame, and that also gets hammered in on the opposite side of the top of the door. These go into pre-drilled holes. So basically, you're going to end up with a pivot pin on the side that you want to pivot and a roller on the side that you want to track. On the bottom of the door, on the same side as that pivot pin, you also have to install a bottom pivot. This is slightly different, so make sure you tap the right one in. And this also just hammers into place. That's step one. Step two is just going to be to install a rail up on the top of the door. This is just going to screw in place, and it has a bracket that's going to attach or let that pivot pin sit in, and also that roller sit into. There's also an adjustment screw on the bracket, so if you had to move the door over to the left or over to the right, you could loosen that screw and move it one way or the other. You're supposed to mount this at least 3/4 of an inch back from the front of the door. Like I said before, I left the molding in place and I just butted it up right against that molding. Gave me a nice straight line, and it kind of made the installation just a little bit easier. It installs with screws that are provided with the door. And you put 3 or 4 screws in, holds it nice and secure. So the top bracket is all in place. Step 3 is going to be to install the bottom bracket. This also has to be in line with the top bracket. So because I left the molding in place on the side of the door, I just butted it up against the side of that molding, and it installs also very easily with attached or with included hardware. It's really just an L bracket with a notched groove in it. So you screw a couple screws into the door jamb and one screw, right through the carpeting or into the wood floor. And then after that was installed, I did remove the molding on the hinge side of the door. To install this door now, you just kind of lean the door in, put that pivot pin into the corresponding hole, and then lift the door so that that bottom pin goes onto the bottom bracket. Now this door is sticking a little bit because it's rubbing on the carpeting, and that's an easy fix. That bottom pin is really a screw, so all you have to do is screw it out a little bit, and you could use a pair of pliers if it's difficult to screw out, but screw it out a 1/4 inch or so, and that will raise the door. It'll sit right into that bottom bracket. It'll raise the door a little bit, and then the door will open and close, much easier. And if you had to adjust the door to the left or to the right, I showed you before how you could do it on that upper bracket. And that's it, a very, very easy do-it-yourself project, installing bifold doors. Please check us out on the web at DIYeasycrafts.com. Be sure to check out our other how-to videos. Thank you very much.